Good morning, babies, and welcome to Simply Stacy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. Today, babies, I want to ask you a question. Did God promise us happiness? A lot of scriptures in the Bible does not promise us happiness, but it do promise us that we can have joy, peace, love, and a sound mind. You know, babies, he who keeps his mind stayed on thee will be in perfect peace. Everything here out in the world is telling you that you need to be happy, chasing your dreams, finding your purpose. Everything is saying that you're going to be led to happiness. But God tells you not to store up your treasures in earthly things, but to store up your treasures in heavenly things, in the spirit, because that's what's going to last. These things on the earth is not going to last. Happiness is determined by what is happening a lot of times. And that's why so many people are miserable, because of the things that are happening in their life. They're not happy. But when you got God and you seek God and you find God and you find his way, God said broad is the way that most people are on, and it leads you to destruction. But narrow is the path that finds him. And few find it. And you can see that most people have not found that narrow path to God, because look how miserable they are. They seeking answers to questions that God has already given us. Babies, don't seek after happiness, but seek after God. And everything else that you need will be added unto you. Your joy, your peace, and happiness. You will be happy, but it won't be contingent on what is going on in your life. What is the circumstances going on in your life? You're not going to find happiness by out here looking for it. You're going to find happiness and joy and peace by seeking God. So, baby, seek God. Learn of him. Seek his face, and you'll find everything else that you need. Stop listening to what the world is telling you that you should be and how you should feel. But look at God and see what he's telling you to do. Babies, I have been through a lot of trials and tribulations, but I have kept my joy. I have kept my peace because I know my word. I've learned God. And my happiness and my peace and my joy is not contingent on the fact of what is going on in my life. I don't allow the things in my life to move me. I don't allow the things in my life that's going on, good or bad, to move me and determine who I am or how I'm supposed to act. The world is telling you that this is how you're supposed to feel when you get these things or when you do these things. But that's ungodly. It's not godly wisdom. Godly wisdom will let you know that that's not the way that you're going to have happiness and joy and peace. And everybody's out here on this rat race chasing everything to get this certain feeling. But if you just get God, and that you need, you will have, mind, body, and soul. So, babies, I just want to let you know today that keep your joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength, and you can make it through anything that you're going through in your life. God is with you. He loves you. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. Get your joy from God. Get your joy from God. Allow God to give you peace that surpasses all understanding. It's because you know that God will be with you, and that everything you need is already taken care of. You don't have to chase it. It's just like our children. They don't have to go out and do anything when they're babies and stuff. We do it. They don't have to worry about anything. They don't have to stress about anything. And we don't either. We're God's children. We only believe that we got to do these things because we don't grew up and been in this society, been in our families and stuff, and we don't got trained that we need to go out here and work, do all these types of things and stress and all that stuff to go out here to get what we need and make happen what we need to happen. But God will make it happen for you. Seek his face, and all these things will be added unto you. And don't get so caught up in the world and what they think happiness is, because the world's happiness is contingent on what is going on around them. But God's joy, peace, and happiness is not contingent on that. It's knowing the foundation that you have in God and knowing his word and know what he says about every situation in your life. That whatever storm comes, whatever happens in your life, it does not move you, because you are standing on God, the rock of your salvation. Well, babies, I love you, and so does God. Be blessed. Smooches.